Hi guys, sunny day here in Perth, Western Australia. Time for a new video blog. It's been a while. I have so much to talk about. I have a list. It has been that hectic and my brain's kind of here, kind of on vacation. So let's backtrack. So I got a new fridge. Yay! We literally outgrew the little one that I love so much. I am a huge fan of little fridges. But the number of shopping trips I had to do for the freezer section, who was like this big, was just doing my head in. So I've got 2 delivery boys. They rock up, professional, all good, put it down, and then they leave. Whoops! This fridge is 123 kilos. So I'm there unpacking it on my own because I'm currently husbandless. And I'm like, yep, I'm all good. I've got the tape off, I've got the box off, I've got the styrofoam off, I'm good to go. I am like a freaking ninja. Who needs a man, right? And then I realise it's on a styrofoam stand, like a thick styrofoam stand that is moulded to the arse of the fridge. And it's not flat on the bottom of a fridge freezer, it's shapely. Very womanly, I suppose. I don't know. Shapely. It's 123 kilo. So how am I meant to get this fucking bottom off my fridge? Someone tell me. I was literally that confused that I had to Google the shit out of this. And it's not just me. It's apparently a really, really common question, to the point where there's forums discussing how to do this. And the general consensus was, you beat it within an inch of its life and shred it. Rip it apart. Anybody ever had the little itty bitty bits of styrofoam in the house that go all staticky? Good fucking luck to cleaning it. It is akin to stepping on Lego. Yeah, it's that bad. You go near it with a brush and it goes whoop, 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 and it runs away. Oh, it's like the cleaning job that never ends. It's just fun for days and an eternity. Not fun. Who the hell invented this? And in 2017, why has no one found a better way of doing this? Surely there has to be a better way of cushioning the ass of an 127 kilo fridge. Can anybody tell me why? And you know what? Ours isn't even the heaviest. We picked probably one of the smaller ones. So I'd estimate 200-300 kilos some of these big bastards are. How the fuck do you get it off without, like, having a crane lift in your house to lift it? Or maybe an engine hoist. Yeah, an engine hoist. There's an idea. Pretty sure hubby has one. But like, I'm going to bring it into the friggin' house to lift the fridge to get a styrofoam cushioning butt plug out. Why? So I'm on my own because my husband's on site and I'm there going, the fuck? Well, I can't shred it because it's moulded. And it's thick. So, like, I don't have man hands. In fact, I have very delicate, sad little hands because I spend all my time cross-stitching, so yeah. So I'm rocking it. I can't lift weight. I'm not allowed to. So I'm rocking this thing, and every time I rock it close to me, I kick the styrofoam. And it goes, and it moves a little. And I'm doing this and doing this and doing this until I finally get to a point where I just need to lean it really, really far. And I'm like, oh, in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost, and I'm praying to every god known, because if I drop it, I either crush myself or I'm going to smash apart my stone bench top and take out the fridge that my husband has just worked overtime for. And I'm just like, oh my God. And I'm like, kids, quick, pull it. And I have like 123 kilo on me, like leaning, and I'm just like, quick, and they pull it out. And I gently put it down, and I'm like, I am a champion. I did it. So I got my fridge set up. It's all good. No, it's not perfectly balanced. So the feet need to be adjusted a little bit. And my dad pointed that out. Thanks, Dad, for pointing out my inadequacies as a man. But, meh, it works. Who gives a shit? It's all good. So that was my first adventure. And then the day after, maybe it was actually on the day. Everything blends in together now. Yeah, it was on the day. I had sick kids. Yeah, it was the day after. So the day before I get this fridge, I've got a call to go pick up my daughter because she's ill. They've pushed her through the day. Would rather you just called me when she was first ill, but hey. But having said that, picked her up and went, you don't really look ill. but you say you don't feel well, so who am I to judge? Maybe you have growing pains. Bring her home, and next minute she's in the toilet throwing up, and I'm like, oh no. Oh no, we don't get these spewy bugs. What is this? What is this bullshittery that I've been blessed with? And then she's fine. Absolutely fine. So I'm like, yeah, off day. You know, if I eat too many salt and vinegar crisps or chips, the next morning I can throw up because I've punished myself and just eaten too much salty stuff. Salty goodness, nom nom nom. So yeah, and then so I gave her stroganoff for tea with noodles, went to bed, everything was hunky-dory, 10 o'clock, stitching away, having a great time. No. Mum, I've thrown up in my bed. Oh my lord! Like, imagine The Exorcist. It was just like, bah! All over her pillow and her doonas, and then I trod in it in bare feet, and it was cold by that stage. Ew. Spew noodles between the toes. Not fun. Yeah, so she felt bad because she thought I'd be mad that she had thrown up in her bed. Love, no. No, I am mad at myself that I fed you stroganoff for tea. Because maybe I should have been a little more cautious. But you said you were fine and you looked fine and I thought you were fine. But no. So it looked like cheese. Ooh. I was like, have you eaten shredded cheese? That's what Mum, no, it's the noodles. And I'm like, oh my god. Like the pillow was that bad. I'm like, nah. I would rather buy a new pillow and pillowcase than deal with this fuckery. So that went straight in the wheelie bin. So I was like, no, she's not well. Apparently there's bugs going around school, so let's just have a day off. And yeah, then we got the fridge and I got through all of that. And by Friday, I had a migraine. I was meant to have my girls over. We were meant to have a Monopoly night. That didn't happen because my head was imploding for 2 days. So I spent 2 days sleeping and having my daughter throw up once a day around dinner time for 3 days. That was weird. It was like she was ill but not ill. Like she just stopped, throw up, and then everything was fine. The fuck? Don't know. So that happened. So all my plans of stitching and having fun went out the window. But by Sunday everything was good, so I was like, you know what, screw it. You know, we had takeaway for lunch, we had takeaway for tea. Let's just go have some chocolate for breakfast at Sorrento Quay. Quay? Fuck, I did it again. Sorrento Quay. Can I just ask, what is with the English spelling? Queechy, quiche, yatch, yacht, quay, key. What is the problem with quay? Like, why can't you just spell it like a key? K-E-Y. Why does it have to be fancy shit? It makes no sense to me. English is my first and only language, unless you include bad English. But even I struggle with this shit. And sometimes I call it quay, and embarrassingly, I've said quay in front of people, and they haven't corrected me. So either they didn't click on, or they just didn't want to embarrass me. So to those people, thank you for not embarrassing me. That was appreciated. But yeah, so it's Sorrento Quay, which is a really nice sort of, it's not too far away. All the rich people have their big fuck-off mansions there that just make me weep tears of sadness for all that glass. And like most of them have the kitchens on the top floor too. Imagine making it up those stairs with all your groceries. No way. I'm quite happy not having an amazing stair bootay. I'm good. I've got the chair bootay. Yeah. So yeah, we go there and we had chocolate, and my son had this like cool little funnel cake that was like a little animal, and churros, and I had a mocha, and everything was great, and we felt good on Sunday. So yeah, we've been pretty hectic, and I haven't had a lot of time to do much else. Christmas rush is starting to kick in as well, and it's showtime. Dun, 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 not that kind of show. I've got the Osborne Park show in November, and then the week after that is the Wanneroo show where I'll be displaying my work. So I'm doing Caretaker, Raw Mini, and the Rainbow Unicorn. So I'm doing Lux Nova and Sugarfield my pieces, and I'm just doing the same 3 for both because I can only enter them once, so I don't want to confuse the shit out of myself and try to remember what to do where. So I'm prepping for that. Super exciting. I've got to do all my entries, and then my kids are doing Lego for Wanneroo show too, so they're doing that. I finally got around to sorting out my lifetime of photos. That wasn't fun either. I've just gone, you know what, let's just go according to year, bang, 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 bang. But that took forever as well. So I've done that finally. That's all categorized. And then I found my wedding photos and I went, you know what, 2013 I got married and I still haven't printed or hung a single wedding photo. And ooh, Canvas Factory is on sale. It's always on sale, but anyway. Got some wedding photos done, so I'm waiting for those. And then I cried because the kids were so little and everything was so pretty. Not a lot of photos of the kids though. They were young and they were super cranky. They put on their cranky pants that day, so no fucks given for photos. And then I decided, in the spirit of photos, that I would book in for some professional photos too, because I don't want to do them myself. So I'm going with Pure Pixel Photography in Perth. She's awesome, run by Sarah Eames, and we're getting that done in December. So I just want some nice family photos so that when I'm old and senile, well, more senile than I am now, I can remember what I look like and what the kids look like, and that, yeah, husband and all that sort of stuff. So I have blah blahed about my life for effectively nearly 12 minutes, so I'm going to shut up and get into the good shit, which is cross stitch. So I've had some really good conversations with folks lately about needles, not the dodgy kind, the tapestry and cross stitch kind. I've been experimenting around. I've tried the chenille, I think that's how you say it, I've tried lots of different kinds of needles, and you know, I've always come back to the same ones, and I love John James tapestry needles because they're the bomb diggity. Other needle brands, if I put pressure on the eye, I can actually snap that eye, and they can be really abrasive to your threads. So it can be brutal. It's not nice. So I stick to John James, which is smooth and shiny. It's like the Ferrari of needles, I think. So I buy gazillions of them. Like, I buy them in lots of 100 because I have the full DNC collection. So every time I'm working with a colour, if there's colour left on that needle, it goes back into the box. So with over 300 colours and multiple needle sizes, technically I need 300 of every needle size. So when I've got the moolah, I just grab some more. So I'm actually looking at the possibility of stocking and wholesaling John James in my Etsy store, but I don't know whether that's even possible. So I'm looking at that avenue. So someone asked me, what's your favourite size to work with? And I've gone, ooh. And I'm like, well, so I'm actually just gotten some more needles in today. So, and I think these will be my go-to. I chewed all my nails off last night, can you tell? Can't get a grip. Oh no, now I've spilled them. So this is a 26, and this will be my favourite on 18 count. In areas where I've got a lot of, when you have a lot of colour changes, I don't know if I can really show you the back, but when you have a lot of colour changes and you're tying off, it can get really crowded on the back. So you'll find that trying to push a needle through those crowded areas can be really hard, and sometimes you're like, and you just want to get a hammer and smash it through, but you don't do a hammer. That is not advice at all. As much as I would like to, especially if it was Thor. Oh, imagine that, if you could just call for Thor. Excuse me, good sir. Yes, Thor, can I borrow your hammer? Yeah, it's never going to happen. So yeah. I'd use my 28s, so maybe more for that. Indecisive. So indecisive. I think I love them both kind of equally. They can be really hard to thread, and I used to have this really cool like threader, and it was in my little sewing kit, and you just put it through and boom, and done. So I do send them out with my thread packs because they're really awesome, but I've lost mine. Yeah, so 18 count, yeah, 26s and 28s. You can use them on, well, they're the smallest you're going to get for John James and that sort of thing, so you use them on all your counts. 14 count, you know, you can get fatter needles. So let me just grab an example. So these ones I would definitely use on 14 count, 16 count. So you can see there's quite a bit of difference in thickness, but the eye's really huge too, so it is like so easy to thread. So easy. Oops, where'd it go? So yeah, but I've been using, you know, like slightly larger needles, so 24s? Say 24s I've been using on 18 count, which is a bit naughty, because it can sort of warp the hole that you're going through, up and down through, so you end up with almost a gap, I guess. It's like a peekaboo hole, so it's not ideal, but sometimes I do it because I'm a rule breaker. So what else did I get asked? Talked about going from small projects to big projects. So those that have heard the story before, I went from a teeny tiny little rose kit that I bought from Coles in Karratha to a 90 colour dragon. So I just went from one extreme to the other and never looked back. And I've spent since then trying to figure out how the hell to store my thread, because the dragon one I had to buy all the floss from a store because all I got was the pattern. That was back before digital patterns were a thing. Yeah. I'm friggin' old. So yeah, I had to do that. So ever since, I've been trying to figure it all out. So from my perspective, I didn't feel a difference between not so many colours and lots of colours. What I did find challenging is storing them. So box 1 of Octavius, box 2 of Octavius. So I have 2 large Tupperware containers of colours for Octavius, and they all have to fit. And I store my threads in little Ziploc bags, and this little bit of cardboard is just a calling card thing that you can buy from Officeworks and those sorts of places, and it just makes it rigid. I have way too many of this colour. Don't look at my shame. Yeah, so it's a bit like floss porn. Yeah, so I have them like that. So what do I find challenging about projects? I'd say of anywhere from 30 up is the storage of the floss. I don't want any more than 3 of these bad boys because I don't have room on the couch where I stitch. Who does in their stitching zone? So I don't like to work with any more than 90 colours personally, but I have done a couple of patterns lately with more than 100. Ooh, challenge. That I would gladly go hardcore for. I think I could fit more of these baggies in my Tupperware containers if I didn't have so many of each colour. But I'm working on that. Trying to take it down to maybe two skeins of each colour. But I like having the little Tupperware boxes because they're sturdy and I can stack them. Ta-da! And then I stick my scissors and my highlighter in there too. I need a new highlighter too, by the way. I need like some sort of deal with Stabilo or something for highlighters because holy shit, I go through them because I do this. I highlight my pattern. So yeah, I think it's more a storage issue for me when I go with a lot of colours, and I think that's a challenge for a lot of people too, especially if they get like floss cards because they're all intertwined and they can mix up a bit. So it's, yeah, because they're all symboled, and I've tried to do my best to make sure that all my symbols are so different from each other that you won't get them mixed up. So it's just a case of swapping over. So I suppose if you're going from a small project to a big project, the fact that you're changing colours more often can be a bit overwhelming. How you're going to store your floss will be challenging as well. So there's a lot of things that can sort of hit you. But it's addictive, and once you've done your first one, everything after that is a breeze. And I tell you what, when I went and did like my little unicorn who had fewer colours than the other patterns, I was just like, this is so easy. This is awesome. And it was like pretty cool to do a smaller one. So, you know, if you're scared, don't be. And just get in there, get on the Facebook and the community, especially in my group. Everyone's got really different ways of doing everything. Some do thread parking, some don't. Oh, I got asked if I tent stitch as well. No, I don't do tenting. I'd say I'm a time efficient stitcher, so, you know, if it's going to waste a lot of time, I won't, but I tend to find that my threads sit quite nicely anyway on the fabric. So, and I also got asked where I got my pretty blue fabric from. So that was from Under the Sea Fabrics. So check them out. They've got a website and they're on Facebook too. So what have we got going on event-wise? So we've got a November speed stitch coming up for Takeoff. There's also an event for trying to tie up your project. So a lot of folks have projects from Unconventional Cross Stitch they haven't finished yet. So I'm like, hey, let's go out with a bang. Let's challenge yourself and see whether you can get those projects finished. God, I'm hungry. Total like subject change, but I'm really hungry. So I've got that going on. And then we've also got the Fire and Ember Sale. So we are, well, tomorrow we can start on our new page. Not me. I have a specialist appointment where I'm going to pay someone an obscene amount of money to brutalize my hips again. Yay. And then it's balance day too for business. So, and then the day after Happy Rock is up and I'm volunteering again. So maybe next week I can do my page or 2 pages. So we've got that. And then I've started planning 2018. Because why not? Like, all the Christmas decorations are out, so whatever, I'm going to start planning. And I've lost my list. So we've got lots going on. So I'm just looking at the computer now. So talking to Alaskan Wolfpack, Carla, and we're thinking Dead Sea as the pattern for the 2018 sale, which will start towards the end of the year, which will coincide with tying up with the Fire and Ember Sale. Sale is a stitch along, by the way, so you get everybody who's interested and we stitch together, and it's like sort of 1 or 2 pages a month. So and we just stitch together, and it's a good support group to sort of encourage you to keep going on a project. So yeah, we're looking at Dead Sea, but it's going to be pretty flexible because there is a full-sized and then there's a mini version of that pattern. The full-size is colossal. I did the math and it was going to be something like, I think 5 odd years, between 5 and 10 years to finish the full-size one if we did a page a month. And then the mini one was more, I think, I can't remember now, like a year, 2 years or something on a page a month. So you can pick either or. It's totally up to you because we're still technically working on the same piece together. It's still the same picture, just different sizing. And it would be pretty cool too to see like the differences between the two as they go. And then you've got more flexibility too in how many pages you do each month. So it's like a guide of, you know, for the mini one you can do between 1 and 2 pages a month, and then the bigger one is like 2 to 3 pages if you want. But you know, you can feel free to do less pages per month if that's what you want. It just means that, you know, if we're all doing a different volume of pages each month, that we'll have different finishing times. But I kind of figured the ones who finished the earliest will be inspiring for the rest of us. But I think we're all going to end up stitching the same number of pages. I don't know if I'm going to participate in this one. I've struggled quite a lot with the sal. Like, I've really enjoyed it. But I don't know if I'll do the Dead Sea one. I'm really undecided. We're also doing a Halloween sale next year. We're going to do Zombie Shake, and then I'm going to do some little itty bitty mini ones. Little mini patterns if you don't want to do Zombie Shake. There's also a Christmas sale that we'll do as well. So the suggested pattern for that was the Christmas Ferret. But I might do a couple more Christmassy patterns as well that can be used. On this side of the year, tomorrow is the beginning of Movember, which raises money and funds for men's health. So I've decided to make because I can't physically grow a mo, as crushing as that is, because I've always wanted one of these really cool, like, curly ones. So I could be like, oh yes. So yeah, I can't grow one. So to support men's health, and, you know, give them a hand, I'm going to make a little moustache pattern, and then the proceeds from that will be donated to the Movember Foundation, which will go towards helping our men's health. So I'll do an event for that on the group, and then I'll talk about it too in the listing. So the pattern will be $2.50. So the support will be muchos appreciated. I should have that out by, well, I'll try and get that launched tonight, because tomorrow I'm not going to be around much, and I'd really like to get the momentum rolling on that one and hopefully raise some really mad funds for men's health, because, you know, men are always supporting women in our health, and we have a lot of organisations for us, and men don't seem to have as many. So anyway, we've got that. I think that summarises it for me at the moment. I'm just currently starving. It's 12:20, so I think I need to go eat, because, you know, look at me, I'm wasting away. That wasn't even funny. Yeah, so anyway, keep it real, happy stitching. Any comments, please do put them below. I get lonely on here, so to hear from someone would be awesome. And yeah, we'll see you on the flip side. Bye.